Dankeschön here. Welcome to the episode of Don't Disney Movie Reviews. With Christmas just around the corner, it's time to move on to the final film in the Santa Claus trilogy. Released on November 3rd, 2006, the movie is The Santa Claus 3: The Escape Clause. Set 4 years after the second film, Carol Calvin, played again by Elizabeth Mitchell, is teaching young elves at an elf school. However, Trish, played by Abigail Breslin, wonders why they can't learn what they want to learn.
Like what?
Like, wasn't it weird when you married Santa and you had to move all the way up to the pole and give up your old life, Mrs. Claus?
Weirder than you can possibly imagine. But then something so gigantic happened that it changed Santa and me forever.
Like what?
Okay.
She then begins telling them the story of when she and Scott, played once again by Tim Allen, were expecting a baby. One day she goes into labor. However...
Oh, Scott.
I'm right here, babe. I'm right here. It's all right, Mrs. Claus.
Honey, I'm afraid it was a false alarm.
Again? I stopped a pedicure for this?
Later, they're visited by Dr. Hismus and Curtis, the latter played again by Spencer Breslin, who needs Scott on the work floor.
Oh, I can't come down now. It's impossible. I'm still mapping out the sleigh route. Got plenty of work to do up here.
Have you even checked this list once?
I have perused it.
Help me help you, help me help you. Stop your blood pressure, okay? Help me, help you, help you, help you, help me. Help me help you.
Don't be nervous, don't be nervous. It'll be done before you know it, okay?
Help you, help me, help me, help you. Help me, help you.
He then tells him that the Council of Legendary Figures have called an emergency meeting.
I can't leave the North Pole and go to a council meeting tonight.
They know that. That's why they came here.
Here?
Here.
Where?
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen?
Is there an echo in here?
Carol then steps out of the room sad because Scott hasn't been able to spend a lot of time with her recently. She also tells him that she misses her parents. So Scott gets the idea to have her parents visit her at the North Pole. However...
Sir, the SOS.
Excuse me?
SOS. Secret of Santa? There could be dire consequences. The possibilities increase exponentially that the closely guarded secret of the North Pole's true location could be compromised, and Christmas, as we know it, would cease to exist, crushing the hopes and dreams of the world's children and extinguishing the joy of Santa's magic forever!
There's that.
He has a point. My parents can't keep a secret.
But Scott says that he's going to make things right for Carol, who asks him how he'll pull it off since her parents think he's a toy maker in Canada.
How am I going to pull this off? The answer is in the question. How are we going to do this? My dad thinks you're a toy maker in Canada.
Canada?
Canada! It's in North America. Hey, vinegar on their French fries. They sit on the Chesterfield, watch the hockey game, shoot the puck. Daddy-o! Come on, everybody! Elves, everybody listen up! Grab your hammers, the in-laws are coming!
A few minutes later in the kitchen, the Council of Legendary Figures, consisting of the Tooth Fairy, played again by the late Art LaFleur, the Sandman, played again by Michael Dorn, Mother Nature, played again by Aisha Tyler, Father Time, played again by the late Peter Boyle, Cupid, played again by Kevin Pollak, the Easter Bunny, played again by the late Jay Thomas, and introducing Jack Frost, played by Martin Short, who's wanting a holiday of his own.
Frostmas, of course. It's just a placeholder. I'm wide open. Frostgiving, the Frost of July, Frost Dog Day. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Jack, you are hereby charged with 273 counts of attempted upstaging of Santa Claus. You froze a volcano in Hawaii, you made it snow in the Amazon, and you frosted Mexico, sending all of the geese north for the winter. You have violated the Legendary Figures Code of Conduct in a manner that is both willful and malicious.
Excuse me. Did you just accuse me of being skillful and delicious?
Oh, please.
Guilty as charged.
Frost, you herald the season. You're not a holiday.
You're the best friend. You're not the leading man.
And you kill fruit.
Scott then tells Jack about the problems he's been having lately.
Because of our production problems, an entire continent might go without toys this year. That's right. And on top of that, I've got to protect the secret of Santa this year because of the in-laws. Oh, boy, the in-laws. Mr. and Mrs. in bad mood every time I turn around are coming up to the North Pole. They're not supposed to be in the North Pole, so I got to come up with some solution for that. And then on top of that, I'm a tad bit worried about being a father again because I wasn't all that good at it the first time.
Oh, Santa. We had no idea.
Oh, Santa, I'm sorry.
You know, if it were me in a red suit, I'd probably go right to the escape clause.
Oh, no, the escape clause. Way too extreme, really.
Escape clause? What's up with that?
Maybe if you'd attend a meeting once in a while, you'd know.
Jack then asks Scott for one more chance to make things right, and so he agrees.
But you have to be a Jack Frost of all trades.
Yes.
You also have to listen to the elves. Curtis is your boss.
Yes.
And I mean it. If there's one icicle out of place, you are gone.
I will not let you down.
Motion carried.
Later, Scott flies to the Miller's house, and they're happy to see him.
All warm.
Just like magic. You have the warmest hug in the world.
Hi, Comet.
Hey, son.
A few days early, aren't
Oh,
you?
yeah.
Isn't that baby due any moment?
Oh, we got lots to talk about. Hey, Neil. That's a good-looking sweater vest. It's reversible. Well, of course it is. All right, let's go inside.
Inside, Scott gives Lucy, played again by Liliana Mooney, a snow globe which she adds to her collection, and Charlie, played once again by Eric Lloyd, a snowboard. Lucy then asks Scott why she can't go to the North Pole.
I can help Carol a lot, and she loves me.
That's true. And hey, maybe I should be the one there for Carol. You know, I mean, another mom. I could help. Hey, maybe...
Girls, I've got a full sleigh. You understand my situation.
Neil, played once again by Judge Reinhold, then tells Scott something.
Let's look at what you're doing as an uncle from a therapeutic standpoint. Charlie's been to the pole. Your new baby's being born at the pole. Lucy's a member of this family too, Scott. And if you harshly exclude her from this formative experience, you could scar her for life. And consequently, her parents, who must accompany her on long-distance journeys.
Please, Uncle Scott. Can I come to the North Pole, too? Please.
At the North Pole, the elves are making the place look like Canada for Carol's parents, and Jack asks Curtis how the escape clause works.
Sorry, classified. Elfland Security Act.
That's just what I'd say. What? If I didn't know anything. Don't be embarrassed. Makes perfect sense. Only the big guy would really know the important stuff.
For your information, I'm now elf number 1.
Ooh.
And I know all there is to know about the Hall of Snow Globes.
Well, everybody knows about the Hall of Snow Globes. That's not special.
Not special! Not special! It's the most top secret, hush-hush, amazing place in the world. It's where every Santa throughout history has kept his own personal snow globe. How can you say that that's not special?
Because it isn't. Unless you know what it has to do with the escape clause, which clearly you don't. I bet Santa doesn't even trust you.
So Curtis tells him.
Secret Santa snow globe. Santa. I wish that I had never become Santa at all.
Wait, what's this?
This is the part where I'm transported through time and everything goes back to the way it was, like I'd never become Santa at all.
Gets the snow globe, puts his hands on it, says the words, and then whoosh! Job opening Santa Claus.
Told you I knew everything.
Meanwhile, Scott and the Sandman arrive at Carol's parents' house, where Scott talks to Carol's father, Bud, played by the late Alan Arkin.
Hey, Dad. Scott Calvin, as I live and breathe. Good thing you called, otherwise I don't know if I would have remembered you.
Well, it's me, good old Scott Calvin.
You're looking a little like Father Time there.
Doesn't look anything like Father Time.
Oh, that's a nice door.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it was a little sticky, but smooth as a baby's butt now. Come, take a feel.
Oh, why not, huh? Look at that. Very butt-like.
Who's your pal?
Sandy. This is my associate. He'll be taking this to the airport.
Carol's mother, Sylvia, played by Anne Margaret, then comes out.
Do you know how excited we were to get your phone call? See, we get so few, and each one is special. Oh, come on, you guys. You'll catch pneumonia out here. Come on.
They then go inside, and Sylvia brings up her and Bud's trip to Yosemite.
It was freezing, and there were bears.
How would you know? You never left the lodge.
I didn't leave the lodge because it was freezing.
And there were bears?
Yes, and it was freezing,
And
darling.
it was freezing weather?
Yes, it was in the freezing weather.
Let me see if I understand this. You did not enjoy the trip to Yosemite?
You heard me.
Yeah, I heard you.
Sandman then puts them to sleep.
What?
What part of our plan was not clear? Let's put him to sleep when they get into the car.
I just couldn't stand to hear the Yosemite story anymore.
At the North Pole, Carol's at a Christmas tree farm looking for a tree. Jack then appears and tells her how hard it must be to keep the North Pole secret from her parents.
I have no idea.
Tell me, Mrs. Claus, being legendary by marriage, do you ever find yourself wondering if it's all really worth it?
Oh, it's definitely worth it.
I'm sure dropping your old life and schlepping all the way up to the North Pole's been totally worthwhile.
Yeah,
Probably not one iota, not even a scintilla of regret.
not one.
Yeah. Look at that. Oh, dear. A little sad and neglected, maybe. Just needs a little tender, loving care that nobody's bothering to give. Don't you think?
It's perfect. I will give you all the TLC that you need. You know, Scott loves decorating the tree with me.
does?
He always insists on putting the tree topper on himself.
Scott then flies in with Bud and Sylvia, and the Millers have come too, and Carol's happy to see them.
What a wonderful surprise. I didn't know you were coming.
Uncle Scott brought me.
Hey!
Hey, we tagged along!
Hey! Hey! Hi! Oh, it's tall people! Not that you're not tall.
Surprise!
Oh, you look wonderful. Really? You are glowing. What did you think of my parents? You know, they slept the entire trip.
This is amazing! Can we see the workshop?
Yes, go right there. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yes. Really? Oh, wait. You guys know that my mom and dad can't know that we're at Santa's workshop at the North Pole, right?
Who do they think we are?
Bud and Sylvia then wake up and are reunited with Carol.
Sweetheart! Oh, look at you. And look at this. It could be twins. But you know, since you married the toy maker, we don't get a lot of information.
Oh, honey, just stop it, okay? Sweetheart, I am just so happy to see you, darling.
I'm so happy to see you too,
Oh,
Mom.
and I'm sure you have a perfectly good reason for shutting us out of your life.
The Millers walk through the workshop and are amazed by it.
Magnificent.
It's amazing.
Killer!
Now, please remember, you're welcome to observe, but don't touch anything or otherwise interfere with the toy-making process.
I'll make sure she doesn't get into anything.
Look! Kobe the Magic Pans and accessories!
Lucy, come back here. Whoa! Trains!
I'm just gonna go make a doll.
Meanwhile, Jack's looking for the Hall of Snow Globes.
What might we have here? It's a lot of beans.
He then meets Lucy.
Who are you?
Who are you? You don't particularly resemble one of the Red Man's minions. What's the deal?
I'm Lucy. Scott's my uncle.
Oh. I'm Frost. Jack Frost.
Who?
Jack Frost. You know, the Jack Frost?
Never heard of you.
Jack Frost. Legendary figure? Ring a bell?
No, but I know about Tooth Fairy and Sandman and the Easter Bunny.
Well, you gotta know about me. I'm a legendary figure, too, with enormous power in my own right.
Okay, chill.
I invented chill. Sorry. Hey, how would you like to be one of my elves?
No. Hey, Mom!
No.
Scott shows Bud and Sylvia around the place while Jack causes trouble all over the North Pole.
A sumptuous blend of Gold Coast and Spanish cocos, sweet to the palate, but oh so warm to the tummy, with a trickle of cinnamon and orange essence, enough to drive the taste buds mad.
Scott, Carol, and her parents enter the kitchen and meet Jack.
So very pleased to meet you.
Bud, Sylvia, this is...
Jack Frost.
No, not Jack Frost. He's playing Jack Frost in our Yippee It's Canada parade.
Oh, yes, of course. To bring frosty cheer to the workers. I'm kind of like the team mascot, eh? Rah-rah.
Who does your hair?
You like it? I freeze dry.
Curtis then tells Scott about a paperwork problem.
What's going on? What's going on?
Sir, we're still trying to assess here.
Somebody get me out of here!
We've got a cascade failure in the motherboard. What? You got to get a rerouter, so you need a solder gun and you need some scissors here. I'm off to Elf Electric.
In the kitchen, Jack and Sylvia have cococinos and talk.
Minty.
Doesn't it make you feel fresh?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Oh, my, I love your hair.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
I love yours.
Really?
I've never seen anything
Oh,
like that.
you're so adorable. You divine little kitten, you. And I bet you sing, too.
No.
Oh, go on. I bet you can sing.
Maybe.
I knew it. Sing something for me.
What would you like to hear?
How about chestnuts roasting on an open fire?
Jack Frost nibbling at your nose.
I love it.
Suddenly, there's a fire in the oven, but luckily Bud arrives to put it out.
Back off! Back off! We got a dangerous situation now! Back off! Back off! Don't breathe! No breathing! What's wrong with you people? We're an inch away from Armageddon! I'll get a mop!
Oh, Dad, you did great.
Are you all right?
How'd it be done?
That was wonderful, honey.
They then meet the Millers.
Oh, Mom and Dad, this is Scott's ex-wife Laura and her husband Neil.
Hi.
And their daughter Lucy.
Hi.
They came up here to join us for Christmas. Isn't that nice?
If Scott is that close to his ex-wife and you don't find that incredibly threatening, I'm sure it's very nice.
Scott then comes in and sees the oven.
Hey, what happened?
Oh, nothing, except that you didn't tell your in-laws that your ex-wife is spending Christmas with you.
More secrets. Nothing works in this joint.
If you think this is something, you should see the delivery room.
There's a problem? I want to see the delivery room.
What?
They go to the delivery room, and there's a big hole in the ceiling.
This is the delivery room?
This is the delivery room.
This is not a delivery room. This is a disaster area. What's going on here?
Well, we're remodeling. You can see it's going to be big, huge, comfortable.
This is a broom closet. How come the oven in the kitchen is bigger than the delivery room?
This isn't a broom closet. This is the... Watch your back again. Go back there. There we go. This is the hospital for the entire toy factory.
How about that, Sil? Our grandchild is being born in the broom closet of a Canadian toy factory. Sweetheart, you can be honest with us. Don't be afraid. Are you being held here against your will?
Is there even a doctor here?
Hello,
Yes, there's a doctor
everybody.
here. Here's
I'm
a doctor.
Dr. Hismus.
Oh.
Pleasure to meet you, eh?
This is the doctor.
Yes, very good, doctor.
I...
Watch your backs, thank you. Excuse me.
Watch out, get your back again. We got some more. What are we supposed to do with the wood in here? Why do we have the wood in here now?
I'm taking over this project.
No, don't be silly. Just let the tiny Canadians do it.
Somebody get me an apron and a hammer.
Get him an apron and a hammer.
What's happening?
In the toy factory, some things catch fire, but luckily the fire elves arrive to put it out.
Let the professionals at it.
Stand low, hit the base of the flame.
Scott then gets some status reports from some elves about some broken toys, but luckily he has an idea.
Jet-powered scooter board.
Yay!
That's how the men in red get things done. All right, we got a schedule to keep. Let's get back to work. Everybody get that conveyor up. Let's get the running nice. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, you're just amazing. You can't keep a good Santa down, huh? So, doesn't anything bother you?
Yeah, you don't sweat the small stuff, Jack. Problem at work, that's a challenge. Problem at home, that's a problem.
Lucy shows up and tells Scott that she's dying to see his snow globe collection, so he shows it to her.
Where are we?
Well, I think I told you I have a pretty amazing collection of snow globes. This is the Hall of Snow Globes. Go on in.
This is so beautiful, Uncle Scott.
These are all the snow globes for all the Santas that have ever been. And this one, that one's mine.
It's my very favorite. Just like you gave Charlie.
Yeah.
While showing Lucy the snow globes, he gives her one.
It's me.
Yeah.
Hugging a snowman. Oh, and he turns pink.
I told you your warm hugs were magical.
Thank you for my present, Santa.
Oh, it's okay. Well, look at it this way. 1 down, 2.6 billion to go. We better get out of here. Hold on. Here we go.
While Neil Laura, played once again by Wendy Crewson, Carol and her parents are decorating a Christmas tree, Scott comes in to spend time with Carol, but then Curtis shows up with some more problems.
There's something you need to check twice?
2 minutes? What?
Right there. This is B.
Okay. We have a problem, right? Because this is unreadable. Unreadable because it's all crinkled up. We gotta flatten it out. It's gotta be in my office. Yeah, in my office.
Neil,
What?
Let's go find Lucy and get her washed up for dinner, okay? Leave that here. Leave it. We'll be right back.
Don't worry, honey.
That's not gonna work.
It's busy season.
It's always his busy season.
Meanwhile, Lucy catches Jack coming out of the Hall of Snow Globes with Scott's snow globe.
You're not supposed to have that.
I know. Isn't it great?
It's not great at all. You've done a terrible thing. You'll be on the naughty list for the rest of your life.
Ah, but naughty list people have more fun.
I'm going for help.
I wouldn't do that.
Lucy calls for her parents, but then Jack freezes them.
What did you do?
I froze them. Now, am I gonna have to do the same thing to you? Or are you gonna get into that closet and stay there without saying a word? Smart girl. Oh, smile, will you? I've had kids beg me to freeze their parents. And to think I asked you to be my elf.
Jack then joins Scott and the others, loosens the tree stand, Scott puts the tree topper on top, and the tree falls over. Carol's now very upset, and Bud and Sylvia are upset with Scott for not spending enough time with Carol. Jack then takes Scott for a walk.
Well, it's over. I thought I had a second chance at having a family, but I blew it again.
Hey, there's no one I know who could possibly hold this all together but you.
But I didn't. My in-laws resent me. Christmas is a disaster, and my pregnant wife wishes that she never had met me.
Jack then gives Scott a present containing his snow globe and tricks him into evoking the escape clause. They're then sent back to Christmas Eve 1994, where Jack shouts, "Hey, you!" Santa then slips and falls off the roof. Jack then puts Santa's coat on, and Scott's sent to an alternate Christmas Eve 2006 where he never became Santa Claus and is the CEO of the toy company.
Okay, so the Mississippi factory needs to know if we want them to ship 100,000 units or 200,000. They won't ship tomorrow because it's Christmas, but they will ship Thursday.
Excuse me.
Which means
You said they're not going to ship tomorrow because it's Christmas.
Yes, sir.
This is Christmas Eve?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing here? Why are we working?
We always work Christmas Eve.
We do?
Of course.
Well, that's ridiculous. Christmas Eve is when you spend time with your family. Where's my family tonight?
I really don't know, Mr. Calvin.
What do you mean?
Well, you rarely see them, and you don't mention them.
Where are my car keys?
Scott then drives to the Miller's house where Laura answers the door. Charlie leaves with his friend Derek, and Scott asks Laura where Carol is.
Carol.
Carol Newman.
Carol Newman, the principal of Charlie's school? Carol Newman?
Yeah, do you know where she is?
I don't know. She moved away. Ran out of local kids to terrify, I guess. I don't know.
He then asks her where Neil and Lucy are.
At the North Pole.
At the North Pole.
Yeah, the North Pole.
Frost.
What?
Frost turned the North Pole into a theme park.
Neil has been taking Lucy to the North Pole ever since he and I got a divorce, remember?
Divorce?
Yeah. Are you sure you should be driving?
I'm gonna make everything okay. I'm gonna make everything better.
Yeah. Okay.
Scott then takes a plane to the North Pole where he finds Neil and Lucy and asks Neil what happened between him and Laura.
You don't really know because you were never around. It shouldn't be any news to you, Scott. You were never a father to Charlie. He put all the pressure on me, and guess what? He didn't want me to be his father. Which messed things up pretty good between me and Laura. You want me to go on, Scott?
Come on, Dad, the line's getting longer.
Scott then meets Curtis.
Can I offer you 2 tickets for a turn to build a toy with Santa's elves?
No.
Plus, I'll throw in this year's commemorative pen.
What is that?
Witch's voice and hands. Will that be cash or credit card, sir? Will that be cash or credit card, sir?
That's silly.
And if you're still not sure, I'll even throw in a pass for the nice list.
The nice
Walk
list?
with me, won't you?
Curtis, it's me. For the love of candy canes, what have you done here?
Well, sir, this is the nice list kiosk. The line ends over there by the reindeer petting zoo.
Wait a minute, you mean parents pay to have their kids put on the nice list? That's not right. I've got to change things back the way they were. Where's your boss? Where's Frost? Curtis, where's Frost?
Jack as Santa approaches Scott, and Scott asks him what he's done.
Hey, easy does it, Armani man. No, hello? Love what you've done with the place?
Shave a reindeer for $5.
Hey, Frost, what about the secret of Santa? How could you do this to the North Pole?
The whole thing is way too much work, way too much pressure. Besides, no one even thanks you for all the effort.
What do you mean no thank yous? What about all the plates of cookies and the milk?
Please, I'm cleansing. So I stopped the whole toy delivery nonsense, and I brought anyone who could afford to pay right up here. Who needs magic? Who needs to be crawling on roofs and chimneys? I got everything I need right here.
Look around you. This is not how the North Pole is supposed to be. You know this is wrong.
Why don't you chill out and enjoy the swag, huh?
This junk is not what Christmas is about.
Hey, you're the one who gave it all up?
Because you tricked me.
Tricked you? Give me a break.
I didn't know you had my snow globe.
Maybe not. But who said I wish I'd never been Santa at all?
What?
I said, who said I wish I'd never been Santa at all? Rudolph? Rudolph's mama?
Jack then has the security take Scott away. They take him into the theater where Scott sees Lucy and tells her to do something for him.
Just up those stairs, behind a vending machine, is a secret room filled with snow globes like you've never seen before. Beautiful snow globes. There's a secret code to get in that room.
What's the code?
I want you to grab the one in the middle and bring it back down to me. I need your help.
But I don't want to go up there all alone.
Lucy, trust me. This is really important. Okay.
Scott then gets the security to chase him, and Lucy does what she's told. During which Jack appears on stage and performs a song.
Start spreading the news by jet or by sleigh. You wanna be a part of it, North Pole, North Pole. You snooze and you lose. So come here to play. Here at the very heart of it, North Pole, North Pole. Come see the snowman up where no man's without a treat. And watch this king of the chill, ha! Turn up the heat. Those are summertime blues are melting away. Although it's 55.
Scott then comes up on stage.
Ah! I'm gonna kick the coal out of whoever did that!
You're not Santa Claus. That is an imposter. I'm Santa Claus.
Guards! Guards! Get him! Bring it on! No, I'm there.
What's up it is?
Come here! If you don't mind!
guess if you guys want me, you're gonna have to come up here and get me.
Lucy then shows up with the snow globe, throws it, and Jack catches it.
Ooh, nice try, compadre. And lovely teamwork. There's only one problem. You're never gonna get me to say,
I wish I'd never been Santa at all.
Now, who said that? Rudolph? Rudolph's mama?
They're then sent back to Christmas Eve 1994 again, and Scott manages to hold Jack down long enough for the 1994 Scott to put the coat on. They're then sent back to the moment just before Jack tricks Scott, and Carol and her parents come out looking for him.
Carol!
Oh, Scott, we've been looking everywhere for you.
Come here. No, Mrs. Claus, I missed you. I missed you so much. So much.
Wait, it's just been a few minutes.
It's only been a few minutes. Of course it's only been a few minutes. But it only takes a few minutes to see the truth of an entire lifetime.
I don't understand.
A man goes out in the world and expects his dreams to come true. And then the unexpected happens. You pick up a red coat and you become Santa Claus. That's big, that's huge. And it's a lot of pressure. I mean, taking care of all the children of the world. And the elves and the SOS and the North Pole. But he loses sight of what's really important. A woman falls in love with him. Gives him a baby. I love being Santa Claus, and I love you.
I love you too. Have you been drinking cocoa?
No, I'm back.
I've missed you very, very much.
I missed you too.
Scott then tells Bud they ticked each other off.
Just like families all over the world are doing on Christmas Eve that love each other, ticking each other off. And it's okay, because we don't have to be perfect to be good families. We just have to be together.
I'm still so very sorry that we just added to all this pressure that you're under. And I think that we should apologize, don't you, honey?
No, it's good I'm tough on him. I'm his father-in-law. It's my job.
Yes, as long as you promise to do it every Christmas, it's fine with me.
Well, we'll see about that. I'm a very busy guy.
And so am I.
Scott then decides that Bud and Sylvia should know the truth about him.
Elves? Elves! Stop working for a minute. I'd like you all to say hello to the in-laws.
Hello, in-laws! Hello.
How you doing?
Bud and Sylvia then realize that Scott is Santa Claus.
Your Father Christmas.
It's a little freaky, but you'll get used to it.
Whoa!
Oh!
Whoa! If you're Father Christmas, that means I'm Father Christmas's father-in-law. That means I'm father-in-law Christmas.
And I'm mother-in-law Christmas.
They then meet the other legendary figures. Lucy then shows up and tells Scott what Jack did to her parents.
It's gonna be okay.
The officers then bring Jack in, and Scott orders him to unfreeze Lucy's parents.
No way, Claus. I can't unfreeze them without unfreezing myself, and that is something I'll never do.
Mother Nature, help me out here. Can you thaw him out?
I'm sorry, Santa. Our powers don't work on other legendary figures.
Isn't that a shame?
So Scott has Lucy give Jack a warm hug.
Hey! Feels so strange. Feels rushy inside. Do I smell suntan lotion? I feel so tropical.
Miguel! Dos platos de nachos, por favor. What's happening to me?
I'm warming your heart.
But they told me it couldn't be done.
They didn't know about magical hugs.
I think I like it.
Neil and Laura then fall out as well.
Mom! Dad!
Lucy!
Group hug! Feel the love.
Yes!
Carol then tells Scott that it's time to deliver the package.
Baby Claus is on the way.
Back in the present at the elf school, Carol has just finished the story, and then Scott comes in with the baby.
So, who got to pick out the name?
Oh, that was easy. We named him after his grandpa.
That's right. Say hello to Buddy Claus. Let's go on.
And that was the Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause. My thoughts? It's good, and I consider it the second best film in the franchise, with the second being the best and the first being the weakest. In the end, I give it 4 stars out of 5. Well, that's it for the Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause, and the Santa Claus trilogy. Be sure to join me in January when I'll be starting Season 2 with Walt Disney Animation Studios' 60th animated motion picture. And if you enjoyed this video, then please tell your friends about me, leave some questions in the comments below, subscribe, and hit that like button. Also, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, or whatever you celebrate this time of year, and a Happy New Year.
There's a special kind of feeling in the air. It only happens at this time of year, when everyone is filled with love and cheer, 'cause that's what matters. Pretty paper boxes tied with bows, walking in the sun or in the snow, we can feel the excitement growing, knowing it's the greatest time of year, and it's here. Help me celebrate it with everybody.